The challenge-filled 2020 construction season is coming to an end. MDOT and industry partners were able to adapt and overcome many obstacles to deliver vital transportation projects and continue our goal of providing the highest quality integrated transportation services for economic benefit and improved quality of life. COVID-19 forced staff and contractors to make several adjustments, including masking up on job sites, improving cleaning techniques, and changing how we work on sites. For many contractors, that meant changing the way they do business.
Thank you. Thanks to the clients, thanks to the inspectors and all the people that we worked for, because everyone was trying to adjust and having to figure out how to hand off tickets and still be safe, and how to keep a minimum distance and still follow CDC guidelines, and how to, make connections when you have to have two guys standing next to each other, and what's the protocol for that then. So just their ability to retool and come up with those processes to keep everyone safe, themselves safe, the client safe, the public safe. I can't say enough good things, and I can't thank everyone enough.
In addition to the COVID-19 related challenges, Mother Nature showed her strength. Heavy rains caused the failure of the Wixom Lake Dam, leading to massive flooding in Edenville and Midland. MDOT and our partners worked quickly to fix numerous roads that were washed away or damaged from the rushing floodwaters, including US 10, M30, and many local roads. By October, the M30 bridge over the Tittabawassee River was reopened.
We were very happy to see the bridge get completed this fast. We were kind of concerned with winter coming up that we'd be stuck dealing with the rough transportation in and out of the house. So having the bridge be open is just fantastic.
This is people rising to a huge challenge and actually working miracles with their unbelievable talent and hard work and perseverance. So I could not be more impressed than I am with the employees of MDOT.
MDOT also assisted local road agencies with the bidding and contracting process that led to the $1.2 million repair to the Curtis Road Bridge being completed by early November. Here's a look at some of the other work that was done in 2020. In Grand Rapids, the I-96, I-196 flip was completed and opened to traffic in early November. The $40 million project included 2 new bridges and reconfiguring the interchange with East Beltline Avenue. A new bridge with a dedicated exit to East Beltline Avenue was designed with driver safety at the forefront. Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer attended the opening.
I think the flip is really going to improve the quality of people's lives. This is a long-term investment that is important for the safety of our road workers, is important for the quality of life, is important for taxpayer resources, so this is exciting.
One of MDOT's most infamous bridges got a $10.5 million makeover and lift. The 100th Street Bridge over US 131 in Byron Township was torn down and rebuilt in an effort to eliminate high load hits. The structure had been hit 13 times since 2008. The new bridge, which will now include a pedestrian path that connects with the Kent County Trail System, dedicated left turn lane, and signals at both interchanges, opened to traffic in October. Speaking of US 131, the 2-year, 2.3-mile rebuilding project through Three Rivers in St. Joseph County wrapped up this fall. The $20 million project included turning US 131 into a boulevard from Broadway Street to Hoffman Road, reconstructing the interchange with M60, and adding both sidewalks and a shared use path along the boulevard. The work was aimed at improving traffic flow and reducing crashes in the area.
The end result is exactly what we were going for when we designed it with the MDOT's experts. It was designed to both change the aesthetics as well as the number one feature is safety.
In the capital city, I-496 underwent a full rebuilding project from the I-96, I-69 interchange to Lansing Road. The $60 million Pave the Way project is the first completed with funding from the governor's Rebuilding Michigan program. The highway was shut down one direction at a time for several months to complete the rebuild. The more than 9 miles of new concrete was fully open to traffic in mid-November and came in under budget.
I want to thank every man and woman who served in this capacity, who dedicated their time and their talents to this project. I mean, this has been a very unorthodox year. This construction season in the height of the COVID-19 pandemic has looked like one that we've never seen before. But these men and women showed up to work. They sacrificed and put their lives in many ways on the line to ensure that this project has been done with fidelity.
The M204 bridge over the Leelanau Narrows has been widened and updated. The bridge, originally built in the 1950s, got a new deck and a new protected pathway for pedestrians and bicyclists, making it safer for all users on both sides of the bridge.
People love to leave their car on one side and just walk all the way around, and they were doing it when in that tiny little walk space, but now there's beautiful walkways on both sides. Now this brings our village together, and it addresses what our village is now, not what it was.
In the Superior region, crews began a multi-year project to rebuild a portion of M28 in Munising near Brook Street and resurfacing the highway from Commercial Street to the east of Christmas. A shared use path on the north side of M28 near Bayview Drive is also being added. City utility work and streetscape improvements, along with a new roundabout at the intersection of Highway 58, are also part of the project.
Well, it's a once-in-a-lifetime project. And so with all our increased visitation that we have, and it looks like we might have had over 1 million people this summer, it's imperative that we, there on 28, which is our main thoroughfare, right through town, right through the center of town, that we keep traffic flowing, helps with the walking flow. If somebody's on a bike, it's helping with them. And so it's and the businesses downtown that are, wanting to make money and do well, they like it too, because it's making it easier for people to get to their business and spend money.
In Southeast Michigan, the multi-year I-75 modernization project is in full swing, as Phase 2 is beginning to wrap up and Phase 3 is now underway. Work includes widening and rebuilding nearly 18 miles of the freeway from M102 to just south of M59. Phase 3 includes 5.5 miles of I-75 from north of 13 Mile Road to 8 Mile Road, and it's aimed at improving traffic flow in the cities of Madison Heights, Royal Oak, and Hazel Park in Oakland County. The project also includes 2 new diverging diamond interchanges, or DDIs, to help with the traffic entering and exiting I-75 at Big Beaver Road and 14 Mile Road. A new drainage tunnel is being built alongside of the expressway, designed to eliminate flooding of I-75 by improving rainwater runoff. It's been a busy year for the Michigan Department of Transportation. More than 100 projects were completed, improving our transportation system all across this great state. This successful construction year was made possible by the work and support of all MDOT employees and our partners in the contractor community.
I have always been humbled to be amongst the ranks of our state employees, and MDOT workers are some of the most dedicated state employees that we have, showing up every single day, even putting themselves on the line to improve the quality of life and safety for other Michiganders. And I think it's really important right now that we recognize the inherent risks in that, and as a state, do everything we can to keep people safe as they do this hard work of keeping the rest of us safe. We have a tendency in the midst of COVID to think of our front line as nurses and doctors, but every single day our road workers are putting themselves on the line, and I think it's important that all of us do our part to keep them safe.
Thank you to the hardworking men and women who faced and overcame unprecedented obstacles to keep Michigan moving forward through it all.